Welcome back to the channel. Dungeon Masters spend months crafting the perfect boss fight. They balance the stats, pick the legendary actions, and set up an epic multi-stage arena. But they always forget one crucial detail. D&D players are absolute agents of chaos. Today, we're diving into a Reddit thread that asks D&D players what is the most ridiculous way your party has instantly defeated a major boss. From abusing the laws of terminal velocity to creating improvised weapons of mass destruction, here are 3 stories where the big bad evil guy didn't even stand a chance. Grab your character sheets and let's get into it. Story 1. The Orbital Whale Drop. Our first story is a classic example of why gravity is the most dangerous element in Dungeons & Dragons. We were level 8 and facing an adult green dragon. Our DM had hyped this thing up for months. It had been terrorizing the countryside, and we finally cornered it in a massive open-air crater. The DM rolled for initiative, smiled maliciously, and got ready to wipe the floor with us. But our bard rolled a natural 20 on initiative and went first. He looks at the DM and says, "I cast polymorph on the dragon, turning it into a turtle." The DM rolls the dragon's wisdom saving throw. Natural 1. The dragon burns a legendary resistance to succeed. Then our wizard goes next. I also cast polymorph on the dragon, turning it into a garden snail. The DM rolls again. A 3. He burns another legendary resistance. Our druid goes third. I cast polymorph. Snail. The DM rolls a 4. He burns his final legendary resistance. Finally, it's our sorcerer's turn. I cast polymorph. Snail. The DM rolls a 2. The dragon has no legendary resistances left. It fails. The massive, terrifying adult green dragon turns into a tiny, harmless garden snail. Our Aarakocra monk, who can fly, swoops down, picks up the snail, and spends the next 3 rounds flying straight up into the sky. He flies hundreds of feet into the air. Once he's as high as he can possibly go, the sorcerer drops concentration on the spell. Suddenly, hundreds of feet in the air, the snail reverts back into an 18,000-pound adult green dragon. The DM had to calculate terminal velocity fall damage for a creature of that size. The dragon hit the bottom of the rocky crater with the force of a meteor, taking max fall damage and instantly dying on impact. The boss fight lasted 1 round, and we didn't roll a single weapon attack. Story 2. The Astral Bomb. Our next story is a masterclass in exploiting magical items to break reality itself. We were at the climax of a 2-year campaign, facing off against a tyrannical Lich King in his throne room. We knew his spell list was devastating, and if we let him take even a single turn, we were going to get hit by a meteor swarm or power word kill. Our artificer, however, had been planning for this exact moment for 6 months in real life. Earlier in the campaign, we had found a bag of holding. A few sessions later, we looted a portable hole. Now, if you read the Dungeon Master's Guide, there is a very specific rule. If you place a portable hole inside a bag of holding, it instantly destroys both items and creates a localized tear in the fabric of the universe, sucking every creature within 10 feet to the astral plane. Our artificer had spent all his downtime engineering a specialized spring-loaded crossbow bolt. He strapped the portable hole to the tip of the bolt and the bag of holding slightly further back on the shaft. The mechanism was designed so that, upon impact, the hole would violently shove itself into the bag. Initiative is rolled, and the artificer wins. He doesn't say a word. He just aims his heavy crossbow directly at the Lich King's chest and fires. He hits. The mechanism triggers. Right in the middle of the Lich King's chest, a localized black hole violently rips open the fabric of space-time. The Lich is instantly sucked into the infinite void of the astral plane, completely removing him from the material universe forever. We basically sent the final boss to the Shadow Realm on turn 1. Story 3, The Decanter of Endless Dehydration. Our final story proves that reading the exact wording of a magic item can turn a simple utility tool into a lethal weapon. Our party was trapped in a flooded cavern, fighting a massive, corrupted water elemental. It was heavily buffed by the DM, had insane regeneration, and we were struggling to even put a dent in it since most of our attacks were just splashing through its watery body. A rogue was desperately digging through his inventory for anything useful. He pulls out a dust of dryness. Normally, dust of dryness is a small packet of magical sand used to clear puddles. If you sprinkle it on water, it instantly absorbs up to 100 gallons of water, turning it into a single marble-sized pellet. The rogue looks at the DM and asks, "What is a water elemental made of?" The DM says, "Water, obviously." The rogue grins. I run up to the elemental and throw the entire pouch of dust of dryness directly into its center mass. The DM stops, opens the rulebook, and reads the item description. It specifically states that if the dust is used on a creature composed mostly of water, the creature must make a Constitution saving throw or take 10d6 necrotic damage. But our rogue didn't just throw a pinch of dust, he threw the entire pouch, which the DM ruled was equivalent to 10 uses. The elemental failed its saving throw. It took 100d6 damage. The massive, towering beast of raging currents was instantly dehydrated, shrinking down into a pile of about 10 tiny, dense, marble-sized pellets of water. The rogue just picked up the pellets, put them in his pocket, and we walked out of the dungeon. And that is why the most dangerous thing in D&D isn't the monsters, it's the player's creativity. No matter how much a dungeon master preps, there is always going to be a player ready to turn a boss fight into a physics experiment. What is the most ridiculous or genius way your party has defeated a boss? Let me know the story in the comments down below. I read every single one, and your story might end up in the next video. If you had a good laugh today, please hit that like button, subscribe for more epic tabletop stories, and may your dice always roll natural 20s. See you in the next one.